Hi there, this is Joe, and I own the HOPE program. And the HOPE program was created in 2003 as a way to help anyone buy a home zero down, no matter how bad their credit score. The program can take anywhere from 1 month to 1 year, combines three different things: credit repair, credit score enhancement, and lender and real estate education. Now, if you're watching this video, then you're a call center, and we're looking to contract you as part of our day one and possibly day two call centers. Meaning we have a way to basically buy unlimited leads. There's 98 million renters. 40 million of them need legal protection and legal assistance of some point. But 80% of that 98 million, which is 80 million of them, would buy a home zero down if they could. People rent for a reason. They either don't have the down payment, job history, or more importantly, the credit. So it's real simple. We basically, I'm going to go over this with you really quick, and I'm going to show you everything and then let you kind of make up your decision from there. So the call center flow is real simple. We're going to give you 100 leads per day for an 8-hour shift, meaning that's going to be about 12.5 calls an hour. Your contact rate is going to be about 40%. So they'll talk to about 4 to 5 people, about 5 people an hour each workstation. Okay, the call takes anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes to explain what the whole program is, and then transfer them over for a free credit consultation. You'll transfer about 50% of those. So basically, you're going to transfer about 20 people per workstation per day. So they'll get 100 leads. They'll get a hold of 40 people. They will transfer 20 people, and Lexington Law will close approximately 20% of those, so about 4 will close. We pay $50 per close, so if they do 4 a day, that's $200 per workstation per 8 hours, or about $25 an hour on day one. You got 5 workstations or 5 people, that's about $1,000 a day. Okay, those are the averages. We can obviously give you as many leads as you need, but that's what we actually start someone out with. So if you start out with 5 workstations, we're going to give you 500 leads a day. You're not going to contact all 40 the first day. As you know, it'll be 20 to 25 the first day, and then the second day it'll turn out to be 40 because it'll be 25 new leads and 15 from the day before leads and the previous day's leads. You should call these leads 3 days in a row. 3 times the first day, 2 times the second day, 1 time the third day. Now, on day 2, now listen, just understand this. You closed 20 out of that 100, so that means 80 people didn't buy. Okay, let's go back to day 1 for a second so you know what I mean. If you closed, 5 people closed 20 people, which means you transferred over 100 people to Lexington Law, and 20 of them closed. On day 2, 20 out of those 100 bought, so 80 did not buy. We have a secondary option. Your 2 best salespeople. So basically, you've got 5 people calling on day 1 leads. You should have 2 people calling on day 2. Now, you do not have to do day 2 as part of this. You don't have to. We have internal people that will call day 2 if you don't want to. However, look at the numbers here. If you call on those 80, and about 40 of them per person, we have a secondary option, which is much lower at $17 a month. That's where we combine the Legal Shield membership of $17 a month and LifeLock at $22.50 a month to actually enroll people as a secondary credit repair option. So it's real simple. If you guys are calling those 80 people that want to buy a home zero down but didn't because Lexington Law was too high at $99 down and $60 a month, then we can offer them $17 a month, but they can actually have a hold your hand option. Your 2 best salespeople will love this because they're calling back the people from day 1, and they're enrolling them themselves into Legal Shield and LifeLock. It's going to earn you about $140 a work per hour because they're going to average 1 call sale per hour. So of those 80 people that didn't buy, 16 people will buy this secondary option the next day. It's $140 per hour or $2,240 per day. So your 5 people will make you $1,000 a day on day 1. Your 2 people will make you $2,000 a day on day 2. Okay? It's a real simple process. Let me go over the scripts with you really quickly. Hi, is John there? Hi, John. This is Joe calling. You just came to one of our websites and indicated that you were a renter that was employed and had under a 620 credit score. Do you remember answering those survey questions? If they say yes, you great, you move on. If they say no, well, even if you don't remember filling those out, is that information accurate? You see, guys, we buy leads from a bunch of co-registration companies. So basically, these people are asked 14 questions. Things like, do you have diabetes? Do you have a job? Do you have um, the need for home improvements? They're asked a whole bunch of survey questions. But one of the questions is, are you a homeowner versus a renter? Next question is are you employed? And the other question is do you know your credit score? And if so, what is it? And if they say that it's under a 620 credit score, yes, they're a renter, and yes, they are employed, then we get that lead. We buy that lead. It goes live fed into your dialer from our back office. So they might not remember it, is what I'm basically telling you, because they answered a whole bunch of survey questions. So I'm calling to ask you if you could buy a home zero down, would you? And the reason why you're asking that question is let's just find out if they're interested or not. Now, most renters are. 80% of them are. So if yes, you're going to move forward, and if no, you just simply ask why not. And the reason why you want to find out why not is that most that don't want to buy right now will want to buy in the future. So they're perfect HOPE program candidates because it could take up to a year to get them to qualify. So in other words, if they are at this point where they don't want to buy right now because their lease is up in 6 months, that's okay. We still want to enroll you in the HOPE program to get you ready to buy a home when that 6 months is up. So basically, I'm calling to ask you if you'd like to buy a home zero down, would you? And if they say yeah, that'd be great. Say, okay, well listen, I'd like to enroll you in the HOPE program, which guarantees anybody a zero down home loan no matter what their credit is. We've helped over 10,000 people buy a home zero down since 2003. We combine 3 separate steps. Step 1 is to fix your bad credit. Step 2 is to add positive good credit. And step 3 is to educate you on the local lender and real estate practices and processes in your area. It costs absolutely nothing to enroll. Some of the products could cost you between $100 to $500 total over the next year, depending on how much help you need. Let me enroll you right now. Give me your name. You get your name, their phone number. If you go to the website, enrollinhope.com, ENROLL, in hope, INHOPE.com, they can answer the survey questions. It's a very simple process. So enrollinhope.com will have them, your customer service rep will fill out that information. And then you simply go. Now, people might have some questions and go, hey, you know what, I don't really understand. You can simply just say, hey, listen, it's okay. We're going to walk you through this process. It doesn't cost you anything. Let's get you in the system. Okay, our first step in the process is the credit evaluation. And we need to find out where you're at right now. So let me get it over to our credit partner, and they will handle this part of it, and we'll be in contact with you tomorrow. Now, the reason we say tomorrow is when you go to enrollinhope.com, there's a spot where it says, when would you like to be followed up with from today's credit evaluation? And you always want to find out what time tomorrow. Now, we're going to give you your own phone number specified with Lexington Law, where you will transfer over those leads, and you'll be able to get a tracking system. You'll be able to find out how many you send over, transfer. It's a really simple process. And that's it for day one. Day one script is simply let's get them enrolled in the HOPE program. Let's get these people who want to buy a home zero down. Let's get them over for a credit evaluation. 20% of the people you transfer over will buy, 80% won't. That's just the statistics. It is the way it is. With that being said, though, that's where day two moves in. Hi, is John there? Hi, John. This is Joe calling back from the HOPE program. Hey, yesterday, as you know, we transferred you over to get your credit evaluated with Lexington Law. We're following up to see how that went. Okay? And they're going to say, 80% of them are going to say, well, I didn't enroll. Okay, well, what was the reason you didn't enroll? You see, we've got to get your credit fixed as step one of the HOPE program. It does us no good to add good credit if we can't get rid of the bad credit. But if it was money that stopped you, let me present you with a second and much cheaper option. We call this option the hold your hand option. What we're going to do is we're going to enroll you with Legal Shield. It only costs $17 a month. We have the attorneys with Legal Shield guide you. Versus, the difference between Lexington Law and Legal Shield is that Lexington Law will do everything for you. You pay them $100 down and $60 a month, and they do everything. Where Legal Shield will actually create the templates and the forms, and they will guide you on how to do it yourself with the assistance of the attorneys from Legal Shield. Now, let me tell you about Legal Shield. Now, if you don't know about Legal Shield, guys, you're going to all have to become Legal Shield reps and get trained on the Legal Shield membership, because that is where the big money in this second day process is. Every person you enroll for $17 pays anywhere from $100 to $120 the next day for the whole year's commission, and 90% of our people keep it for the first year, so the chargebacks are very, very minimal. Also, I want to let you know that I've set up a website for you. It's called creditandlegal.com. www.creditandlegal. Once you enroll somebody into Legal Shield, you go to creditandlegal.com, and what you will do there is it's a step-by-step 12-minute video on how to use the Legal Shield membership to fix their credit. When they pull their credit through LifeLock, on the bottom of that page, as long as they went to your creditandlegal.com affiliate site, you'll be able to get paid the $45 on the LifeLock commission, and you'll get the Legal Shield commission, which you've already earned. So again, guys, let me go back to the very beginning and start over just to give you a complete evaluation. You're going to get 100 leads per 8-hour work shift. You got 5 people working 8 hours, you're going to get 500 leads a day. Your contact rate on those 100 leads is about 40%, or 40 contacts. You will enroll 20 people into the HOPE program of those 40 contacts, so you're going to transfer 20 people over to Lexington Law. 20% of those 20, or 4, will close. $50 commission, 50 times 4 is $200 per workstation per day. 5 workstations is about $1,000 a day. Bad reps will average you $25 an hour. Day 2. You close 20 out of that 100, so that means 80 people didn't buy. If you have 2 supervisors / studs, salespeople, whatever you want to call them, if you have them contact, you split up those 80 people between 2 people, that's 40 people a day per person. You offer them a much lower option, which is $17 a month, which is a secondary credit repair option. Those studs will enroll 1 person an hour, so you'll make a Legal Shield sale at 1 person an hour per person, and 1 LifeLock. So that's basically 16 sales a day at $140. That's $2,200 a day. So this is a $3,000 a day campaign. We provide the leads, you provide the call center. 7 people making $3,000 is $400 per person per day. You should have a very profitable campaign, and you can always scale up from there. We have unlimited leads. If you have 50 people that you want 5,000 leads for, or 50,000 leads for, one of our co-registration partners alone can give us 30,000 leads a day. So get with Ryan on this. Simply email him at Ryan, R-Y-A-N, at cloudbasedcareers.com, CLOUDBASEDCAREERS, and he'll be in contact with you to get you started. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and thanks for your interest.